Hello brothers and sisters in Christ and people of YouTube. Looks like the dog's given up and we've only been walking for a few seconds. Come on, Grant. What is that yawning thing? Maybe I should try that. No, you're not going to get any sympathy from me, dog. I think I've been up a little bit earlier than you. Yeah, g'day people. So I just finished work and thought I'd take the dog for a walk and do all those fun things. It's been a pretty interesting day. I keep running into all sorts of characters that need a hand to get round in their day. It's super windy again, so I'm sorry if you can't hear. I just keep getting hit by witchcraft lately. Like this past couple of days, especially today, I was in my feelings for some reason about someone that I don't care about, and it's like, I know what this is. Rejection. This is someone's in their feelings. So just kind of that's not from a child of the Most High God. So yeah, someone is in their feelings about me, which is weird. It really is, considering all the bad things they've done and are still doing. And I just felt like I was getting hit hard by witchcraft today too. And it's funny because when people disappear from your life, that should be the end of it. But this particular person just keeps being a persistent pest, even when leaving behind. And I've heard stories about this, that when people leave a narcissist, they never leave them. It never really, it's not like a breakup ever. That's what they say anyway. And that's what it seems like. It's just, you're one of their toys and they want you back no matter what. Even though you said no, you're behaving like an adult and moving on, they still want you back. And that's the saddest thing. They've got all these people that will defend them out of blind loyalty, and it's for stupid stuff. And it's like, if they knew the truth, that this person was always checking up on you and was your biggest fan, they would lose all credibility. Like, nobody would listen to anything they said anymore, And I just had to reflect on some things that it just makes me laugh. It's like, why would you reject true love? Why would you reject someone that would do anything for you, that would show up whenever you wanted them to show up, would help you in every single way possible that they could help you? If they could chop their arm off and give it to you, they would give it to you. But you would reject someone like that for a surface level person, someone that looks shiny on the outside but has no substance to them, and you want to please them and you want to basically be their best friend. And these people would do nothing for you. Yeah, what I've been hearing lately from customers a lot, even when I'm having a bad day, is they're like, oh, you're only 25, aren't you? Oh, you're only a young fella. I hear it non-stop all day, and I'm thinking to myself, why would you trade a loyal person, someone that gave you true love, was a good-looking rooster, everyone keeps saying he's younger than he looks, and, I'm not trying to blow my own horn, but why would you go with an old, crusty old fella that basically would do none of this stuff for you? And they just trick you with money. They just go, oh, I've got a bit of money here. They don't actually give it to you. They just lure you in with it. And that's all it takes for you to give up on someone that gave you everything, gave you the world, gave you everything you asked for, and it was never enough. And this is the sad thing, because this person will do nothing for them, and Once the narcissist burns the bridges, they'll never get them back. See, what people don't realise is loyalty is rare in life. To find someone that actually supports you, let alone is loyal to you and will defend you, is rare in life. If you got money, you might get people to defend you for a little while if they want your money. But for true purpose, like people that will support you even when you're down, even when you hit rock bottom, that is rare. And the older you get, the harder it is to meet new people. And when the narcissist goes around and burns all the bridges of all the relationships they ever had, there's nothing left for them. Because people get to a certain age and they're fed up. They're not looking for new friends. They don't want to have an old friend, like try and have an old friendship with someone new that they're thinking, well, if they're such a good person, why don't they have friends already? Basically it all comes back on the narcissist, and they traded everything for nothing. It's like you say to a narcissist, will you leave your husband and everything you have for this box, this shiny box? Like, there could be all sorts of stuff in there. It could have $1 million in there, could have anything, and they trade you for that shiny box, and there's nothing in there. It's absolutely empty. And that's the choices they've made. And that's literally what happens. Like, giving up on one really resilient, good person that will show up for the rest of your life, will do anything to help you, has sowed so much love into you, but you never were treated this way by anyone else in your life, so you didn't know how to receive it. You were mistrustful of it. You just thought, oh, this person must have an angle. They must be lying. They must want something from me. So I'm going to strike first and take them for what they've got. And now you're sitting there, by yourself with all these burnt bridges, because you can't just go after someone and hate on someone without a cause, because people start to resent you and they start to realize, hey, this person's no good, especially when it's not the first person you've done it to. When they can see a pattern, when you're a 20-year-old and you use guys and get them to pay your taxi fare or get them to pay, for your dinner, and then you ghost them or you do something nasty to them. That's funny when you're 20. I'm sure it is. It's really funny. But when you're in your 40s and you're still doing it, it's just sad. It's like you're a loser. You're a bum. Like, you've got nothing to offer people. And when you've been working your whole life and you've got nothing to show for it, like you've never achieved anything, it's really sad. And these people, they're never going to learn, and this is the thing that baffles me so much about this, listening to these demons. Like, at no point do they question it and go, hang on a minute, I'm getting a bad deal here. Like, I traded everything for a box, an empty box, and it was wet too. So even the sides don't work. Like, you put anything in it and it's just going to break. But it was shiny. But I traded that for everything. They never sit and reflect about it. And that's probably the saddest thing about it. Yeah, but I don't know. Someone's in their feelings today about me. It's really weird. And it's like, I don't know. When you separate from someone, you do have soul ties with them in the beginning, but God's broken my soul tie. But even so, you still, when they project their feelings onto you, you can feel them. Like, especially as an empath, you're just like, this ain't right. Why am I feeling this? And it's not coming from you, because you know for a fact that God's delivered you of these feelings and you've moved on with your life. You've realised this person was never worth it. But So when it happens, you know it's not from you. And it's like, it's been like over 5 months, right? And it's taken this person that long to have reflection and go, oh no, I really messed up. I'm an idiot. But they still don't take accountability, because I'm still waiting on my stuff to be returned, which will probably never happen. But this is a sad thing. Like, how can they dare be in their feelings about the bad stuff they did? Like, let's be honest, this person did so many foul, evil things, and then they have the audacity to get in their feelings with you, like you're gonna have any feelings towards them. Like, this person treated me worse than their worst enemy. Like, if I was a jailer and I didn't give you food for a couple of years, like I just gave you breadcrumbs every now and again, or just gave you next to nothing, gave you dirty water, made you pee in the corner, I would understand all this stuff you did to me. But when I sowed everything into you, I gave you everything without you even deserving it. I gave you the keys to the city. I gave you the keys to the kingdom. And I covered you with the grace that God gave me. I asked him specifically to cover you, even though you didn't deserve it. And then you behave this way. And then on top of it, have the audacity to be in your feelings. It's literally, it's just the saddest thing, like, I've ever, experienced. Like, why just move on with your life? Accountability is important in life, as is authenticity. If you can't be accountable for your decisions and live in a truthful manner, nobody wants to be around you. Like, you might hang around these people that have the same ideals, that want to be nasty to everyone, but those alliances don't last because they're not made in truth. And so those friendships can only last if you keep supplying money. And isn't that exhausting? Like, you got a job that doesn't pay that well. Like, let's face it, if you're a blue collar worker, like someone that's middle class, and you're going around having to pay out most of your pay on keeping your alliances alive, keeping your friends around, isn't that exhausting? Wouldn't you rather have just one friend instead of 100 that you didn't have to pay to do anything? Someone that would just do it because it was the right thing to do, that would just do it because you're in need. Doesn't that make more sense than 100 people that you got to pay big sums of your wage out of? You've never got any money because you keep just giving it away to people that don't even deserve it. Because if you got sick or you got injured, they would do nothing for you. They would just keep you down. Like, they wouldn't even visit. They would dump you at the drop of a hat. Especially once your status is lower than theirs, they're like, oh, you can't be in our bitch group. We're a bunch of fine ass bitches here, and you're not. You don't make the cut anymore. It's really sad. Oh mate, a poor driver for Woolies. Come from Perth. He's been here for a couple of years already. He wasn't planning on staying, but they keep drawing him back. Anyway, it's just really sad why someone would trade someone authentic for garbage. Just absolute smelly garbage. Probably the most interesting thing about all of it is people just keep showing me more and more that they want me, even though this person discarded me and made out like I was trash. the rest of the town is showing me otherwise. Like on a daily basis, it's like, oh, we really like you. We want to see you again. And it's just every day, eh? Yeah, it's funny. When I was under the repression of the narcissist, I was doing jobs I hated just to make ends meet, just to keep that old ball and chain happy. And since the discard, since she tossed me the curb, now I'm making my own rules. Now people are asking me, oh, hey, can we do this? Can you meet us here? Would you be able to do this? Like, everything's asked in such a nice, respectful manner, and it's like, I'm the one that has to make the decisions. I'm like, oh, this is new, this is interesting. And God had shown me for a while now, he's like, you're like King David, son. You're like, that's what I want you to be. That's what I see you as when you're your best self. And that's all I ever wanted to see out of the narcissist, was their best self. And I think that's why I stuck around so long, because I have a heart like God's. I have always seen the best in people, you know. There's people that will avoid certain people that are below their status, and they'll be like, well, I'm hanging out with that person. They won't look good on my Instagram. Whereas I would gravitate to them. I'd want to know them just as much as anyone else, and know their whole story. And I wouldn't see them or anyone else as trash. I would always see people as their best self. And a lot of people that are avoided like that, because people see them on surface level, are actually the best people to know. The deep thinkers, they're the ones that, they've had a lot of time to reflect and work on themselves. They're not just selfish little busybodies that want to go around speaking death over people. And that's where the tragedy lies through this whole ordeal, is it awoken me to what I am and who I am, and what I've been called to do. And for the narcissist, it just put them back where they'd always been, in that same street corner, that same attitude, that same, I'm just going to sit around a table and gossip. I'm not going to try and improve myself one little bit. When people see an older person, when you go for a job interview, they expect that person's going to have evolved and improved themselves. They're going to expect that person's grown. But the narcissist never grows. They're like, you ever see like a over 40-year-old person with a 20-year-old mindset? It's like really sad to see. And I know a lot of people say, look, Asians are immature, and a lot of them do have a younger mindset, but 20 years, it's a bit sad, really, isn't it? Who would want to be around that? And this is a sad thing, they never try and grow. When you've got a plant in your yard and you don't follow the directions, like maybe you accidentally put Roundup on it, or you put the wrong sort of food on it, and it just starts dying, slowly withering away, and it's basically good for nothing. But then, before it dies, you start giving it more water, you start putting it, in some shade, you start giving it the right food, and it starts blossoming. That's a lot like when you leave the narcissist, you end up, you're no longer having someone speak death over you. So you start growing, and you start realising, hey, I've got a lot more time on my hands, and I've got a lot more energy. Before, I would not get out of bed before 8 o'clock. I was getting to the point where I was just like, you know what, I can't do it, I can't get up early anymore. And now, by myself, I wake up in the middle of the night fully charged and ready to go, oh, what are we doing, and some mornings I'm getting up at 3:30 in the morning, and I'm just having a full day, and most people my age can't do that. Oh, good girl, Grace, for sitting there. Good girl, hey? Oh, beautiful. Don't eat my phone, no. Come on now. Come on, let's get across this road before we get run over. So you're just better off in the long run. You should never think of the discard and what they did to you. Don't take it personally. They did you a favour. It might have even been God, like, tricking them into handing you over because God had enough. It's just like sick of seeing you get downtrodden when all you've done is pour love into this person. And nobody should be treated that way. And that's why it's kind of like your narcissist treats you worse than their worst enemy. Like, the person they hated the most in their life, that's how they treated you. And I've never been treated worse by a person than by the narcissist. And it helped me to grow, though. It really did. I think the saddest thing about it, though, is even though I've moved on and my life is getting better, that person's still running the same tricks. They're like, I'm going to keep doing smear campaigns. The last one didn't work, but I'll just keep doing them. You know, like they never learn from their mistakes, and this is why they dig themselves a hole. They dig themselves a pit and they fall in it. And you just have to think about the story of Esther and Haman and Mordecai. Basically, you know, Haman had made this gallows for Mordecai because he was jealous of him, and he just decided he hates the Jews and he wanted to eradicate them too. And in the end, the only person that got eradicated was Haman, the person that made the gallows. Killed on his own gallows in front of his own house. So imagine that, being Haman's wife, thinking you've got this person that's just so cunning and so smart, and his evil ways are going to get them somewhere, and then just watching him be hanged in the front of your house. And that's basically the wrath of God. That's like when the narcissist has finally gotten God to the point where he's like, you know what, wrath outweighs love here, which is a very hard decision for God because he's got a real heart full of love, but you know, even he knows a poor investment. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus loves you, I love you, and have a blessed day in Jesus' name.